do we have? Okay. One second. Okay. I seem to be connected. I am going to start scheduling these streams and announcing them in advance. Once I get like my settings and everything ironed out and nailed down, and decide on a schedule. I don't know if that's going to happen this month. It is December, and this is December. Um, so there's the holidays and the darkening of the days and everything. So I don't know if that's going to happen this month. But anyway, here is part two of Caves of Cud. Last time the stream ended abruptly because my internet cut out, and I'm not sure if I found a way to keep that from happening. I tried to do some research on that, and I got some conflicting information, so I have to kind of do a deep dive on that. And again, I'm new to streaming, so these streams are kind of like I think I described them on my Patreon as pilot episodes that serve the purpose of test patterns, which isn't to say that I'm not going to leave the videos up. And I'm having fun playing Caves of Cud regardless, and streaming that. But I am still kind of figuring out how to do this. So anyway, all that said, welcome back if you're watching the VOD later. Again, there's no current viewers because, again, I did not announce this ahead of time. But if you drop in at some point or if you watch the VOD, welcome back. Last time, you didn't miss much. I was about to end the stream anyway. I was trying to figure out if I could sleep somewhere in town and if I should do that or if I should just head out. The only thing you really missed is I went one screen north to the graveyard, and then I noticed that the stream had stopped because my internet cut out, and so I saved and quit. So that's where we're going to pick up today. We are playing as a marsh tar named Ritafan. That was not our original name. I have forgotten our original name, which is fine because what happened was we got to Joppa, immediately met and pet a cat, a phosphorescent cat, who then, through the petting, made us phosphorescent. This was such a novel and transformative experience for us as a marsh tar that we immediately took on a random name from the cat's culture. So now we are known as Ritafan. A marsh tar, just what it sounds like. I don't think I have to explain that any further. Let's go ahead and load up here. Oop. Nope. Wrong button. Oh yeah. I did look at this statue up here, so I'll do that again. This is a shrine to Ishir, the Tuaramesh Bane. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Ishir. While traveling through the Sarsizer neighborhood, Ishir stopped at a tavern in New Tekish. There she lost her prized Botlika in a game of dice. She cursed the tavern and left New Tekish. Go ahead and pray, see what happens. You voice a short prayer beneath the shrine to Ishir, the Tuaramish Bane. I'll just head south real quick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And so here we are in Joppa. Oh, there's the cat. Chat? Live and drink. Pet. Cat's name is I always forget how to pronounce the CT. Is it just a T? Cat's name is Sisyphus. Sisyphus. Sisyphus meows. You start to glow. That's what happened last time. I'll pause real quick. Okay. Last time I said a couple of things that I think were contradictory because I didn't explain myself particularly well. So I was talking about the art style in this game and how I said two different things about it. Oh, also, before I get into this, I want to offer an apology of principle because I don't expect that Jason Greenblatt will ever watch this video. But last time I did say Jason Greenblatt about 1,000 times. His name is not Jason Greenblatt, it's Jason Greenblatt, is my understanding of how to pronounce that. So apologies to him. Anyway, um, gosh, sorry. It's a Sunday. I'm tired. Um, it did not rain or snow last night. It snowed last week. It snowed a lot overnight Saturday, and then it rained and washed it all away. And then a couple of days later, it snowed again, and we had to dig out a little bit from it, and it is still mostly on the ground. It has not melted yet. And I love the snow. But it does. Everybody used to tell me, "Oh, you won't like the snow as much when you grow up, and you have to shovel your driveway, and you have to drive in it." And it's not like I enjoy and appreciate those parts of snow, but I do still love snow. But it does also have this sort of insulating effect, and kind of gives me this feeling that I should be hunkering down and hibernating, eating a ton of food and sleeping, and it's hard to shake that, you know. Um, we just don't get enough sunlight this time of year. Okay, so reset. Excuse me. The art style in this game is this minimalistic, very like 1980s Commodore 64 sort of uh, low resolution pixel art that is very, very well done. I was talking about how you can look at things and know exactly what they are or close enough to kind of get an idea of what you're looking at. Like, this is a guy over here. Kind of looks like a farmer. He's holding an implement, and if you look at him or talk to him, this is Mehmet. He's a named NPC, but I think he's technically I believe he is a farmer. Can I find a farmer? I know they're around here. Maybe not at this time of day. But then you look at this water, you can tell that it's water. This water vine is pretty identifiable. Over here was a sewing machine that I lost it a little bit last time in this, yeah, over here by Argive, who I'm on a quest for. We'll get into that in a second. This right here. Nope. Sewing machine. So all of that to say, gosh, I'm really not with it today. I apologize that I'm a little bit all over the place. All of that to say, the art style in this game is very, very well done. They do a lot with this minimalist pixel art style. You're not, it's not as inscrutable as the old ASCII art that Dwarf Fortress used to use, for instance, if you're familiar with that. It is very abstract, but I mean, you look at these sconces or these torches up here, you know what you're looking at. It's this a little holder, a flame, and then smoke coming up from it, which conflicts a little bit with my assertion that the graphic style in the game makes this more of a It's I described it as being like a text adventure game, or like an interactive novel with very rudimentary representative graphics, where you have to read the text of the game, you have to read the descriptions to really have an understanding of what you're talking about. And I think both of those things are true, even though they seem in conflict with each other, because the even though the pixel art is very well done, it's not it's not like what you would be looking at in real life if you were there in this situation. You know, it is more like an illustration, or like an illuminated manuscript almost. You know, it's still a representative um, image and not the object or the person or the setting itself. Um, anyway, I'm not explaining myself very well because again, I'm quite tired today and trying to bring myself out of that with a cup of tea and an apple and a little bit of caves of cud. All right. All that being said and rambled about, what do we have up here? A wet glow pad. The plant gives no indication of understanding. Can we trade? Nothing to trade. Live and drink. Okay, last time. Okay, we pet the cat. We got a new name. We talked to a farmer in town who is a... Can I see my journal? Or my quests, rather. We talked to a water vine farmer and macadamist convert who asked us to make a pilgrimage to the 6-day stilt, journey through the Great Salt Desert to visit the Merchant Bazaar and Macadamist Cathedral, where a proselyte asks you to make an offering of a trinket. The trinket is a box of crayons. This was an artifact, a trinket that he accidentally uncovered with his water vine scythe when he was trying to harvest some crops. He doesn't know what it is. I somehow am able to recognize that it's a box of crayons, but he has tasked me with traveling to the 6-day stilt to make an offering at some sort of well in this Macadamist Cathedral. So there's that. I also have been tasked with finding a knickknack and bringing it to Argive. And I could, if I wanted to, and I think I did this in a previous playthrough, I could just give him the box of crayons. That counts. You see here I have checked find a knickknack. That is the box of crayons in my inventory. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to play a rude character my first time out in this case. I have not played a whole lot of this game. I've played the tutorial twice, once recently, and some time ago, a couple of years back, when I first heard about this game, I played a little bit, and then was summarily killed by baboons throwing rocks. I fully expect that to happen again today when I attempt to travel to Red Rock, but we will see how it goes. I do not know a whole lot about this game besides sort of the, whoa, you know, I've listened to some interviews with Jason Grimblatt, one of the primary developers, and I've read a little bit about the philosophy behind it, the design and development process, and kind of the science fantasy setting, the layer cake of history that is the sort of the world that the game is set in. But I've purposely not read a lot about the contents of the game itself because I'd like to be surprised by it. So I am playing in classic mode. This game has a few different modes. Classic mode has permadeath, so if I'm killed by baboons, that's it for this character, and I start again. I want to do this in order to try a few different character builds, explore out in different directions, and get to know the world a little bit before I dive into role-playing mode and really sort of try to play the story of the game through from start to finish. So that's what we're doing here. So here we are in this sort of marshy area up here. Ooh. And some deep salty water here. I might just go up to the map. I'm not sure how far or how many screens up Red Rock is from here. And you can use map travel in this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Is it page up to go up? I don't remember the hotkey for it. I'll just click the button. Let us see. I accidentally traveled way too far and I ran out of water. Oh no. This might be it already. Oh no. Oh, oh boy. Okay, let's look at this boar. Hostile. Next to his pig cousins, Wild Thyme has shortened his ears, pushed canines through his jaw, and dressed him in a scratch hair coat. He roots in the ground for jewels. His physical features are bite. Okay, I'm going to use my freezing ray on the boar. Let me try dismember. Guys, I might die here. You died. You were bitten to death by a bloody boar. That is not what I expected to happen. Okay, well that was fast. We are, what, 17 minutes into the stream? Game summary for Retafan. This game ended on Sunday, 7th December at 2:02. I was bitten to death by a bloody boar. I was level 1. I scored 806 points. I survived for 1,049 turns. The most advanced artifact in your possession was a box of crayons. This game was played in classic mode. The most advanced... I need a screenshot of that. The most advanced artifact in your possession was a box of crayons. Is an incredible line. I did read a couple of books. I read The History of Joppa, volumes 1 and 2. I read Beings of the Battery. Oh yeah, I also learned a little bit more about how the text is generated for the white titled books. So the gold titled books, or the yellow titled books, are written by the game developers. The white titled books are auto-generated, not through LLMs or anything like that, but through through something called Markov chains, using the corpus of text that exists within the game, plus a couple of public domain titles, like 2 or 3 very specific titles from Project Gutenberg, I think. And we don't have to get too into that now, but it's interesting to read about. If you just look up Markov, I think MARKOF chains, Caves of Cud, you can read about it. You can see a video or two with Jason Grimblatt talking about it. I was bitten to death by a bloody boar. Well, okay. Let's start again. Oh, I did learn recently. So the stream cut out twice last time. Once was at the very beginning after I went through character creation. I did not realize that part of the stream is actually exists as a VOD. It's like 7 minutes long. I need to go and like retitle that and put a description on it. But it's up there on the YouTube channel if you want to watch it. Anyway, let's go back to classic mode. Permadeath, lose your character when you die. Um, this is the next mode I'm going to play in, but only after I go through classic mode with at least all of the character, all of the starting character types. So classic mode, I'm gonna go into. I could randomize it, but I'm gonna go into presets and try something else. I'm gonna go with another mutated human. Last time we were a marsh tar, which is the hilariously most survivable starting build. I'm gonna go ahead and check out a dream tortoise, melee fighter, highly armored. That might help with survivability. We'll see. Emits sleep gas to disable enemies. Now that could have helped with the boar if I'd put it to sleep and then tried to sneak by it. Or the real problem there also was that I was out of water because I accidentally went too far. Highly survivable. All right. Oh, I did find something that tells me what these attributes do. Last time during character creation, I talked about how a lot of these are sort of standard RPG attributes, but ego, I did not have a guess for what that could possibly do. Has to do with mind control, apparently, and other things related to psychic powers. So I haven't really experienced that in the game yet. I am an Archanaut. I'm a mutated human. I'm a humanoid. My mutations are carapace, heightened hearing, that could help, horns, nice, and sleep gas generation. Love sleep gas generation. Let's do another random name. Samir. I'm just gonna click through until I find something that just kind of jumps out at me. Mashwagak. Imoshwula. Mimir. Sishwashwaram. Shwaimuwar. Ola. There we go. That's a good name for a turtle, I think. Ola. Let's start in Joppa again. You embark for the caves of Cud. Alright, we went through this last time, but I'm going to go ahead and read this again. On the 19th of Uruux, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa, along the far rim of Mograi, the Great Salt Desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of viridian water vine. Their huts rot from rock salt and brine stock. On the horizon, Cud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribboned sky. There we go. There's some farmers. They do have the, Oh, it's the okay, I saw this last time. I could not figure out who was saying it. It's the Watervine farmer and McCandless convert yelling, what of your artifacts? Make an offering of them to Shekinah at the sacred well. You see, Mehmet and the Waterrun farmers are pretty similar models, with just a few pixels altered for each of them and palette swapped. Mehmet is yellow or gold, so you know he's important. Let me talk to one of these guys. Do you have work that needs doing? Find Argive in his workshop to the west, or Mehmet by the Watervine patch to the northwest. Live and drink. Alright, let's talk to Mehmet again. I'm just going to get these quests set up, and let's give it another shot. A water hand? Aye. Live and drink, traveler. If this happens a lot, I'm not necessarily going to read all of the NPC dialogue with each playthrough. But it's the second time I'm going to do it. I'm called Ola. Mehmet, the tongue says. Live and drink, Ola. I'm also never going to remember the voices I gave to these people, so they're going to sound different each time, for sure. Can you tell me of your village? Can you tell me about your village? Joppa?
Watervine farm in the lap of the marsh. You've sucked the moisture out a vine wafer, yeah? We tend the plant here.
I'm in search of work.
Aye? I have it then. Something has eaten our water vine round Beetle Moon.
I forgot about this. We actually had several quests. This is why we were going to Red Rock in the first place, actually, was to figure out what's eating the water vine, kill it, and bring its corpse back here.
Caroon says he saw a creature, spider-like, slinking in the brine. But no cave spider would dare get so near Warden's stumps. I tasted a bit of red fleck in the pool. Shale, like we find in the soil by Red Rock. Hike there, will ya? To Red Rock, just about 2 parasangs north of Joppa. Kill the vermin, bring one's corpse back for seeing what it is. Elder will take care to pay you after, Water Hand.
Yeah, I'll do it. And let's talk to this guy.
Wanderer, do you venture northwise, into the great desert and nearer the 6-day stilt?
I have already forgotten what the 6-day stilt is.
Ah, the great Mechanimus Temple of Glass, the sacred offering well, and history in stone relief, peopled by the ardent fathers in statue and light sculpture, and circled by the grand bazaar. I hear there are more people there than numbers in the void, and their chatter makes a sound wholly raw and new to the world. Will you go there and take my bauble? Will you offer it at the well where I cannot?
Why can you not go?
Friend, I would be a smoldering heap, cooked to death by the ray of a dawn glider. I would be a slug-riddled corpse by the rifles of the Isakari.
I mean, I was killed by a wild boar, but sure, I'll give it a shot.
There is no kindness in the great desert, and little more in the canyons. I cannot go and live.
What is the 6-day stilt again? Who are the Argent Fathers?
I am no rector, understand, but they are the moulders of Chrome, the gods under Shekinah who wrought metal edifices from the raw cassafescence. Will you go?
Perhaps.
Why? I would ask you make an offering at the sacred well of my bauble. Moon and sun, I beg you.
All right, I'll do it.
Moon and sun, friend, you have my deep and many-sided thanks. Here, take the trinket now. And if you're ever to return, let us visit again. Live and drink.
If I'm ever to return. Okay, he kind of knows he's sending me to my death. Live and drink. Alright, and I should be able to identify this trinket, or at least I can attempt to. Light gleams off the edging of a small curio. Examine. You identify your odd trinket as a salt mill. Okay, so I thought this was randomized, and it does seem to be. Last time it was a box of crayons. Oh, I didn't get the dialogue from him this time about uncovering it with his scythe. He was scything the water vine, he saw something in the soil, and he dug it out. Let's look at the salt mill. Carved and stained olive wood houses the steel teeth that grind irregularities from cooking salt. I'm gonna mark that important so I don't accidentally sell it, hopefully. Fill! It's empty, I could fill it with something. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I've got more stuff this time. I did not have this amount of stuff with the Marshtar character. Can't have it all. The stencil on the tin depicts an animal with claws. Or are they hoofs? Snoods, or horns, antlers, pucker its nose and brow. Shaggy, knotted fur or ruffled feathers sheathe it from the heat or cold. Adds a random effect to cooked meals. Okay, that's cool. I have a thermal grenade. A cast iron bulb is clamped by a lever with a pull ring. It's hot to the touch.
My equipped item is an acid gas grenade. A cast iron bulb is clamped by... No, it's not the same. I thought it was the same for a second. A cast iron bulb is clamped by a lever with a pull ring. It sizzles inside. I have a vinewood sap mask. But I have my equipped item is goggles. Chrome brass rings and swaths of leather are precisely cut from a tinker's stencil, but the real signature is on the glass. A scatter of speck-sized fractures from the high salt gales. Offers protection against visual flash attacks, plus 50 reputation with insects. Okay, that's nice. Oh, I have a bow? I have a short bow. The hind bone of a salt hopper was scorched clean and bent to a recurve bow. Sinew is strung on the nocks. Accuracy is low. Am I dual wielding here? Wait a minute, wait a minute. I have a thrown weapon, a right missile weapon, and a left and right hand weapon. Bronze dagger. I am dual wielding bronze daggers. Bell bronze is shaped to a point and its handle wrapped in leather. On my head I have a horn. A gene-sharpened bone spike pierces the crown. On my body I have my carapace. Thick and plated bone stuff curves to its host shape. This item cannot break or crack. Plus 400 reputation with tortoises. Cool. All right. Let's go talk to... let's talk to him. Her? Who was this? Warden Irame. Well, they intended you yet. Not this time. Mehmet has made me travel to Red Rock. Do you have any... Up north, eh? And far. See them baboons. You put one's light out for me. Good luck to me. I journey north to the 6-day stilt. If you don't get dry roasted by the fire snakes, ought to be a time of times. Better hit all the food stalls for samples, huh? Who are you? Called Irame, warden of Joppa. I killed trouble. Don't be trouble. What is a warden? Nigh every settlement to Cud keeps a warden. We snuff threats to the peace. Could you kill what's eating the water vine? Could you help me with that? What do you have to trade? Nothing. Live and drink. Alright, let's talk to the elder since we're right here. Friend? Elder Irudad smiles. Live and drink. Come in. Come sit neath the cool shade, cross a pillar there, and welcome to Joppa. You may drink of our fresh water too, and quench your thirst. I actually don't think I need to get any other quests from him. He's telling me to go to Argive. What can you tell me about the 6-day stilt? Such spectacle! The statues within, a revelation to the eyes. Chandlers enough to drain your skins dry twixt shallows and beetle moon. Okay. Because water is your money, so drain your skins dry means that you're going to spend all your money on candles, presumably. How do I get back? There was an option to do the water ritual. I'm not going to repeat all of this. A lot of this I did go through last time. I'm going to see if I can do the water ritual with him, though. Your thirst is mine, my water is yours. This costs 1 dram of water. You share your water with Elder Irudad and begin the water ritual. Your reputation with the villagers of Joppa increased by 100 to -40. Great. Because they despise Elder Iridide, your reputation with the villagers of Khalil decreased by 100 to negative 100. They were neutral to me before. Oh no! The villagers of Shad. Uh, well, all right. Oh. I could get another 100 reputation with him and have a positive reputation with the people of Joppa. But I think I should also be able to get that from killing whatever's eating their water vine. Interesting. So he can, okay, he can share a secret with me, but it costs 50 reputation. He can teach me their ways. If I have a high enough reputation, I can ask the elder to accompany me. That's a high cost and a big ask. I don't want to be responsible for that. I would love to learn to cook apple motts. Would you share the favorite dish of your people? I don't know if you can read this. It's very, especially when these are highlighted, uh, it's very sort of washed out text. It's like gray on gray almost. Okay, I'm going to end the water ritual. Do you have anything to trade? No. Cancel. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time here because I did kind of promise we'd go to Red Rock. I'm going to talk to the Elder's daughter up here. Ah, there is a new face. I am Nima Ruda, town apothecary. If your feet point you to Cud, you'll need some of my wares before you go. Sure, let's trade. Alright, I have some witchwood bark, but I don't think I have any bandages. I have a basic toolkit. An array of tinkering utensils clang against tin. Tweezers, a tiny hammer, pliers, inverted pliers, glass marbles, and 3 wrenches. It increases the chance of recovering additional bits when you disassemble an artifact. Oh, I've got a bunch of scrap. I could just sell all this. Actually, I wonder if any of this counts as an artifact for Argive. I should go talk to him. Oh, I have 2 empty water skins. Maybe I should find out where their fresh water is, because the Elder told me I could drink of their fresh water. A goat's bladder is knotted at the bottom and suspended by a strap of intestine. Well, gotta do what you gotta do. I'm going to add 2 bandages. Oh, that's 7.14 drams of water, and I have 63 bucks. All right. How do I just? Okay. Interesting, my water skins are empty, but I have $55 of water. Okay. Let me go talk to Argive. Who is over here? And he's just mumbling about his projects and experiments. Very rude right off the bat. Must you bother me? What are you, some sort of water freak? Fandronide pilgrim? Arconaut? I think I am actually an Arconaut. Make yourself useful and fetch me a knick-knack from one of the caves, then. I may reward you. Where can I find a cave? There are caves everywhere, you dolt. Scoop the surface of the marsh. Head on east to the rest wells, or wander into the desert for all I care. All right, I'll return with your knick-knack. Okay, let's see. Can I tell in my inventory what counts as a knick-knack?
Oh, I have. Oh, it just wasn't showing up in trade. Okay, I have 23 grams of fresh water in another water skin, and then I have a canteen, which contains 32 grams. A jug of aluminum has been sheathed in an olive green cloth for water keeping. All right, that's nice. Uh, e Oh, ooh, can I sort by what's artifacts? I don't know if I can. Tools, armor, food, meds, scrap. No, all this stuff is under scrap. The salt mill is under food. I'll be honest, I don't know how to tell what's an artifact and what's not. And I don't want to give the salt mill to our guy, so I'm not going to do that. I don't know where the fresh water in this town is. I am going to go talk to this merchant down here. Oh, who's this guy? Marshes be generous. Fine wafer sheaf. Bunched wafers reaped from the moisture-sucking water vine plant and bound by twine. Adds water and thirst-based effects to cooked meals. I don't want to take all of them. A couple of these from you. 0.07 grams. I'm drastically overpaying for these, but sure. Live and drink. I think my tea is finally kicking in. I don't know if I'm any more coherent than I was 20 minutes ago. Tam, Dromad Merchant. Love this guy. Human? I mean, not exactly. We are greeted. What do you desire? Everybody in this town has the same voice. I'm Ola. Who are you? It is a pleasure to know this, human friend Ola. I'm a tortoise, but fine. I am Tam. I guess I'm just as human as I am turtle. Yeah, I'll ask. I didn't want to do this with my last character. I'll go ahead and be a little rude. What kind of creature are you? I am Dromad, human friend. Some say Salt Strider. Do you know this? I do not. My people have walked the salt for thousands of years, meeting every creature that lives and thinks, from Pale Sea to the marsh of Joppa, and under the hanging hills our chests are drawn. Do you live here? Joppa is my home, yes. I walked Mograhi in the caravans of my brethren and the Saltback, but upon meeting Elder Irudad, knew at once to settle down here. You will understand.